What is happening, Internet? How's everybody doing? Welcome back to K-Wing's Let's Plays and the continuation of DOA 6. Last round, and we're going to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we're going to get into it. So, today we're going to be playing as Kasumi. And later tonight will be the Supergirl thing. So, yeah, look forward to that, I guess. There's a lot going on with that poor Supergirl movie. But we're gonna be hanging out with some cool-looking game characters. Not my, unfortunately. But yeah, we're gonna try to see if we can unlock Kasumi's default, or not her default, her old school. They probably won't let her. Okay, so what does that mean? I have to do what? What does that circle thing mean? This is money. Costume 16. Change into this costume, sure. Add-ons DOA 6. What does that mean? I have to pay money for these? Digital Deluxe bonus. This item cannot be purchased from Dead or Alive last round. Please purchase it from Dead or Alive 6 core fighters, then restart. Okay. So some costumes have to be bought from Dead or Alive 6. Okay. Well, we weren't going to play with that many costumes for her anyway, so... Oh wow, she has a lot of costumes. Whoops. Add-ons from DOA 6. Whoops. Kasumi Black Ninja outfit. Okay. No. Does that mean you have to play online though like that? No, no. Okay, so then, alright. Costume points are earned from challenges in DOA quest mode. Okay. DOA quest mode? Ah. Okay. Costume pattern 300. Oh, they're costume patterns. Clear this quest, inflict 35 damage with a single combo. Yikes. Perform one ground attack. What does ground attack mean? This will mess around with it.
Let's see how strong you are. Ayane, why?
Is that not a ground attack? Ow. Whoa!
Get ready, fight!
Okay, so how do I... I don't know how to do a ground attack.
I will. Fight on.
ground plus punch to do a ground attack? Oh. Okay. Star catcher?
Let's see how strong you are. Ayane. Why?
Get up.
Get ready. Fight!
Will last round update with new character? I don't know. Oh, they don't show the defeated girl anymore. Oh, there she is. Kinda, sorta. Yay! Costume part! Wait, do I not get to choose the costume to unlock? Wait, you don't get to choose? Digital Deluxe. Now, one sec, guys. Link! Let's continue the quest thingy. Oh, I have to do the character quests and... Oh. And it doesn't tell you the character. Oh my god. No.
You down.
No, I don't do streams with people other than like really big YouTubers on occasion, and my only partner is Amber, so... Holy crap, it's getting desperate. Oof! I'm not very good with Kasumi.
Get ready. Fight! Get ready. Fight!
You're dead.
Oh no! Ouch! Hadouken! Oh no, gonna lose this one. Ooh! Clutch. That was really, really close.
Let the red rose of blood bloom forth. We settle this.
Get ready. Fight!
Nyahaha. Rude. Uh-oh. Ooh! These are like...
Winner!
You will never defeat me. Yeah! Showtime! We settle this.
Fight!
Bye-bye.
Get ready. Fight!
Bye-bye.
Winner!
I will. Fight on.
Oh, I see. You can switch between the winner and the loser.
I cannot lose this fight. In the name of Mugen Tenshin.
Fight!
Yeah.
Get ready! Fight!
Sumi's all about them kicks, man. Bam!
Winner!
I will fight on.
Let's see if you can stop me.
Brother, why?
Brother, why?
Get ready! Fight!
Keep the leg.
Winner!
I will fight on.
A ninja? A real ninja? Well, show me.
We settle this.
Oof.
Get ready! Fight!
Ouch. That was mean.
Winner!
This is Mugen Tenshin.
Whoops. Oh, that's right. That's all the photo mode stuff. He don't look so good. I kicked your butt. Winning.
ちょっと熱くなるわよ。You are my opponent?
Ow. Wrecked.
Get ready! Fight!
Ow. Ow. Bye, mine.
Winner!
I will fight on.
I hurt my mane. I am such a terrible person.
Okay, let's fight. We settle this.
I did the story mode for Devil... Oh, jeez. I did the story mode for Dead or Alive 6 several years ago. It's on this channel. Somewhere. I'll see if I can find it and put it in the description.
Get ready. Fight!
Bam.
Winner!
I will. Fight on.
I'm gonna cut you. Wait, where is it? I'm in trouble now. Mine got more points. Ha ha ha. Kasumi costume 12? Kasumi costume 3? Okay, wait, you unlocked... Ouch. Oh, this is the store. Yeah, so you guys want to see some insane prices? Are they going to show it? No, they're not going to show it. In the original Dead or Alive 6, they had season passes like for $90. Okay, so yeah, there's Dead or Alive 6. They show the add-on stuff. Oh no, never mind. This is still Dead or Alive 6 last round. Yeah, I'm not lying either. They had season passes that were like very expensive. Like super expensive. No. Add-ons. Mandarin dress. So a Chinese dress. New. There we go. We got a classic. There we go. We did get one. That's one of her original Dead or Alive costumes. No. Yeah, no idea how to unlock this one. Says add-ons DOA 6. This is a different take on her original blue costume. sailor outfit. Her wedding dress. The pirate theme. Okay, we're gonna wear one of her traditional ones. There we go. Hi. Ha! Rachel's glasses. No. Mai's glasses? Yikes. Kasumi's glasses are all pink? That kind of suits her. Now, can you change their hair in this one or no? I like that. Scrub, I don't like chatting. There we go. Ooh, you can change your hair. No. Use yellow ribbon, blue ribbon. Hey, but now we're showing Mai. Why aren't we showing Kasumi on the front page? There we go. Let's go.
We settle this. In the name of Mugen Tenshin.
Bam! Bye-bye.
Get ready. Fight!
Ow. Ow. Oh, I thought I could... Overkill! Bam!
I will. Fight on.
If I'm gonna continue DOA 6, probably look at the girl from King of Fighters, the Miku one. Maybe. I don't know. It depends. Like, I have to do stuff that gets good reception, you know? I don't... I personally don't like running the music past 2 hours. If a stream's not going to hit, then I'm going to do something else, you know? I'd like to get back to the Lego Batman 3 coverage, because that seemed to gain an audience. As well as maybe do another Star Fox stream, I don't know.
Get ready. Fight!
Oh no, goodbye. Hadouken! Plus, you always hit 1K? No, I don't. No, I don't. What are you talking about? The Ultimate streams never hit 1,000 views. There's some games that we have to, like, we end the stream. If we end the stream below 1,000 views, we don't get paid. And it takes several days for it to hit 1,000, and it still doesn't make very much. Like, you make the most money during the stream if you hit the requirement. If a stream doesn't hit the requirement, it'll make some income afterwards, but barely any. But it's better than zero. Yeah, Amber says like her 2 or 3 hour streams only get like $3 for things that are below 1,000. That's not a livable wage.
Get back in there.
Get ready. Fight!
No breaks for you.
Oh, he fell. Uh-oh. Yeah, the rarity of Dead by Daylight getting 1,000 views was, for an Ultimate stream, was actually pretty impressive. Ultimate streams don't tend to get more than 600 views. But it doesn't matter because, like, I said I would be happy if I had, like, 30 Ultimates. You kidding me? Like, 30 VIPs, I'd be set. I only have to stream 30 times a month. If we stream about 80 times a month, that would be, I don't know, that'd be pretty cool. I could spend all my time working on, what do they call it? Scripted content. If I had, like, 30 VIPs. Heck, if we had 2 Omegas, we would be set. That'd be $1,000 from just 2 people a month. That'd be nuts. That'd be a lot of work, though, because you have to make, like, 6 videos for that person for the entire month.
Let's go.
Which we're getting better at getting to Naomi's stuff. She paid for the entire... There's 14 chapters of, blah. 14 chapters of, South of Midnight. We've done 4 or 5, and we've posted 2 chapters. Ow, 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 ow. So she already paid, like, 2 of her Omega things already paid for the whole series. Shoot. So we owe her another game after that because South of Midnight's only going to be, like, probably 15 episodes at that. I don't know. Bam, bam, bam. No, we used, during the pandemic, we had like 25 ultimates, or 20 ultimates. We were in very good shape back then. I'm happy with like 12, but I'm just saying if we had more, you know, I would be a lot more relaxed because I wouldn't. I always worry about, you know, views and things like that because when your channel doesn't do well, YouTube penalizes you. It sucks. It's not like, oh, okay, you can just do this. It's like, no, you can't just do this. You have to find a way of making it work next time. Or you're hosed. That's what sucks. I'd love to play what I want, you know, all that other fun stuff.
Opponent?
Ow. Ooh, can you throw him in midair? Ow, no. No, because... Oh, that was pretty dope. Whatever that was. Do me. Stop it. Ooh! Ooh! What is that? What was that? That was dope. Bam! Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that's trouble. Oof.
Get ready.
Ow! Yeah, that's not what I wanted to do. Bye-bye.
Get ready.
No, a couple of years ago, Zach, like 2024, just about every stream we did got 1,000 views until, what was it? We started to struggle the summer of 2024. That's when streams stopped really getting 1,000 views, and we had to do the thing. If you want the series to continue, it's got to get 1,000 views thingy. That's when that started. That's because YouTube changed how viewer count happened with live streams. Was it March of 2024? Yeah. Back then, in 2024, we were doing 5 streams a day at...
We settle this.
We didn't even really run music either. We ran music for like 15 minutes to get 300 views. Do you imagine that? 300 views running the music for 15 or 20 minutes, that's it. It takes over an hour of running the music just to hit 300 views. And we don't even hit another 300 views on the second hour. We get like 200. And then we're like, all right, we hit 500, we're going to start. Because, yeah, but in reality, it should be like 300 views an hour. But they don't do that. They don't do math right. It's so frustrating. You have no idea. It's like they're not doing what Twitch does. They're not doing what Kick does. They're not doing what Rumble does. But the problem is your audience is on YouTube. We don't have enough way of getting all our viewers to go to other places where we can make money. Because it's so hard to contact people on YouTube. You can't just be like, all right, we're leaving, we're going to another platform. 2 people will show up. So we're stuck here.
Get ready.
Ow. I'm gonna wreck or not. Oh, no, that's a problem. Please don't hurt me. I said please. Oh, snap. I'm gonna lose to, no, I'm not. I got her. I got her, 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 maybe. Hadouken! Bam! Knee to the face. Thank you very much.
This is Mugen Tenshin.
Mwahaha! I kicked your butt. Where are you? Yeah! You look at the stars. You got wrecked, girl. Not son. Wrecked.
You won't escape me.
You are
Yeah,
my
right,
opponent?
Goki. Never happened. My face! My beautiful face! Ooh! Whatever do to you? It's not over until I say it over. Hadouken! No, 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 no. Can't touch. Ow. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Yeah. No, why? Not the bounce. Shoot. Get her, get her, get her, get her. No! Ah, no! Oh! Oh, that's a problem. That's a problem. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. No, 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 it's over. Ooh! Oh, ho, 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 that was close.
You will never defeat me.
That's, I think that's her DOA 2 costume, default. The all what, or maybe that's her DOA 3 costume. I don't remember.
That's adorable.
I don't have time to play games with you. In the name of Mugen Tenshin.
Well, I mean, well, I have to. A little bit more. I didn't see the bottom part.
Wait, you want this costume? Okay.
No, I didn't see the bottom part yet.
That's fine.
I didn't see it though. I thought the top was really like revealing, but then I didn't.
You can cook dinner wearing this. Money well spent.
Get ready. Fight.
I like it. It reminds me of how like pink colors are.
Oh. She's Japanese. Ow, 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 ow.
I will. Fight on.
Can't be losing to Rachel. I got wrecked a little bit. Wow, I still didn't do better than my score. Holy cow. It's because I'm a my player. Kasumi costume 3. Okay. They added some Dead or Alive characters to be in Ninja Gaiden. Kasumi shows up in Sigma 2. Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, she's in. Ayane is in 2 and 3. And she has a cameo in 4. And she's older in 4. She's much older in 4. She's very young in the other ones. Ah, I still don't know enough for her blue one. That's her original. The blue. The blue looks so good.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, we don't have that one though.
I like how the blue like contrasts to her red hair. It looks really good.
No, we don't want to buy that. It's like,
She's super cute. Oh, it's like a little. Oh, that's her little top.
She's wear shorts with that one.
Summer outfit.
Well, you can't get any of these. You have to pay like $80.
Wow.
Yeah, the season pass. Okay,
Yeah.
you don't believe me. I gotta show you this.
$80 per outfit?
No. You'll see. Blah 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 blah. Unless they got rid of it. Hang on. Dead or Alive. Yeah, you want to see the most expensive, most expensive stuff ever. Let's see if it's still here. Okay, so they're showing Dead or Alive 6 last round. Where's the original? There you go, Amber. Season Pass 1, $92.
Oh my gosh, so that's just costumes.
Well, I mean, there's costumes, or well, actually, let's see what's in this. For $90, you get 62 costumes and 2 new characters. Happy Wedding Costume, Happy Wedding Costumes 2, Pirates of the Seas. Whoops.
That's a lot, and you can't. There's like not another tier of that.
Pirates of the Sea, additional characters, my debut costumes, additional characters, Kula. Notes, all content included in this season pass will also be sold separately. Please be aware of redundant purchases. Save money on content for this game by purchasing season passes. They wanted you to spend $90. Can you believe that?
That's insane.
And they censored all that stuff that people were spending money on.
Oh no, so people spent $100 and then they got the censored version.
Yep, that's because the game removed the jiggle, it removed the sweat, it removed the shading, and it also, like, I believe when somebody would kick you, like, you can see up the girl's skirts in this one, because it's realistic. There was, like, this black hole vortex in 6.
Oh, the way that Princess Peach had all
The way
of
that Princess Peach does stuff. So they were paying $90 for the swimsuits and all this other stuff, but everything was censored. So it was like the biggest scam ever. But yeah, this is Dead or Alive 6 is legendary
Did they
for
get their
insane
money
season.
back,
No,
or-
they didn't get their money back. All sales are final. And then they're like, we're sorry that season 1 was $90. Here's season 2 at $80. So,
Wow.
yeah, I'm serious. It's right there. $80 for season 2. And it featured bathing suits and what did it have in this one? Season 2, September 2019.
So they didn't even care.
Well, they didn't care. They still tried to make their money, but nobody wanted to buy it because of censorship. So you had featured content, Seaside Eden costumes, vacation costumes, Summer Breeze collection, character emoji, and all. They're also telling people, be careful though, if you buy the season pass, you unlock this stuff, but we still have the other passes separately. So you could accidentally end up spending hundreds of dollars for the same thing you just bought with the season pass. Yeah, crazy.
Oh wow. Luke.
Yep. And then they had the deluxe editions for what was that, 35? And you got all these costumes. Well, it's not that many. Each character got one costume for like yeah. It's not really worth it. Actually, only those select characters. So I mean, yeah, Dead or Alive 6 was legendary for all of its like really predatory microtransactions. They still want you. Look, so last round does not include all the add-ons because they want you to go and buy the insane season pass.
You have to go get it from the 6.
Yeah, they would want you to
Wow,
go.
That one with the gray and ropes was kind of cute.
I like this one, but I don't know how to get it. I don't even see an option to buy this.
That's really cool, honestly. That's a cool ninja.
That's
outfit.
like an updated version of her original blue one. We're trying to unlock her blue one on this stream, which is this one. So we have 25 points stored it.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah, that is like an updated version. It's like one without the sleeves.
That's her original.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a fan of like the gold one.
I'm wearing the gold one this time. So.
Sorry.
It's okay. Let's try survival. I must survive.
Yeah, that's messed up.
$90 is considerably low for a season pass? No, I don't think so. I don't pay more than...
A lot of our season passes we've got is like $30.
Yeah, $30 is about as much as I pay for a season pass in a video game. I would never pay $90 to see girls in different costumes. Like maybe 20 at the most, 10. but no way am I dropping $90 for like. They should have had
That's
like.
gonna get people in trouble with their wives.
Oh yeah, of course. Well, it'll be like, what's this thingy here on the credit card? I don't understand why they didn't have like this is the like they did with this is the My bundle of costumes, like
Right.
$15.
Why didn't they have different
This is the
bundles?
Kasumi bundle for like $20 or something like that, and you get all Kasumi's costumes, like or Yane or whoever.
Yeah, that's...
DOA 1, 2, and 3, and 4 all happen in the span of 2 months. The only time skip is between 4 and 5. If you pay for the bundles and want to get every DLC, you'll end up paying $600. Yeah, that's insane. That's not much considering how those packages are bundled. That's way too much. $600 for all those costumes that you probably only use once. That's
That's like more than we paid. That's like Disney Infinity level of spending.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even get the figurines.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, if it came with, like, figurines, like, I don't know.
I don't want to hurt you.
You would be fine doing $100 for like unlocking everything. If it unlocked future content, yeah, I guess. Like if it would be like, all right, we're gonna be doing content for this game for the next 3 years. You pay $99.99 and you'll get everything. Be like, okay, it's 3 years of content, sure. But if it's just like one season, no.
But, I mean, the fact that it was... I mean, like, I'm not a guy, but the fact that it was censored, so it didn't even look the way they wanted it anyway, so...
Well, they were under the impression, how it was explained to me by a DOA player, is they were like, well, how they explained it to us in 2019 is only the base costumes would be censored, so the bathing suits and the skirts and all that other stuff, all the classic DOA stuff would be in the game. And it was in the game, it just had the black hole of death. Except for the bathing suits, I think. But they removed the physics, they removed the sweating, because their goal was to make the game look as realistic as possible. So they're like, we're gonna do sweats, we're gonna do this and that, and the activists were like, no. Well, I mean, it's a mature-rated game, too, so M-rated games shouldn't be censored, because that's the whole point of it being mature. It's not for kids, it's not for teenagers.
I don't understand why they would remove the sweating.
Because they said it was too spicy.
Why?
Activists said it was too spicy.
Well, people sweating is spicy. How are they getting hot? Like,
Oh, no.
I don't get that. Like, they're exercising. It seems weird.
I got my butt kicked.
Do they have the sweating on it now?
Yeah, you can see right there, there's sweat on her arm.
Yeah, so what's spicy about that?
No, this is last round. They fixed all that stuff.
Oh, I just don't understand why the activists thought that was spicy, though.
Everything that was done for globalization in DOA 6 is mostly gone in last round. It's
If I was the developer
clean slate.
and I worked on details like that and then they removed it, I'd be really mad. I'd be like, so you made it look less realistic after I worked so hard to make it look realistic? Like, what in the world?
No, they were... I don't remember all the stuff that they said, but there was horror stories. Like this was proof that video games were in big trouble when they went after... Because, I mean, Dead or Alive never really sells that many games to begin with. It's a niched game. You know, it has... Right, it has a core audience of people that basically buy that kind of stuff. They're into that stuff or whatever.
It would be like if you censored Monster Hunter. Oh wait, they did.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, with Dead or Alive, when they tried to be super conservative with the game, which it's still so weird to me that they did that, because, like, I remember in the 90s and the 2000s, like, people always used to say bleep censorship. Like, the progressive people would be like, oh, the religious right are trying to get rid of, you know, my stuff in video games. We're going to fight for this and we're going to make it more extreme. Now
Right.
they've taken the stance of the religious right from the 90s,
Yeah,
but
they act like
the other
It's like-
people are taking their stance.
right. It's like people who call themselves progressive are acting like church people, which is very weird.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like so you don't believe in any morality, but you somehow want to censor things because you think it might hurt someone's feelings, but it doesn't make any sense. Because then, what are you basing your morality on?
That was the weirdest thing of the last like 7 years. It didn't make any sense to me because it was like it's especially when they were campaigning to go after M-rated games because you know that like Focus on the Family groups and all this other stuff in the 90s, they went after Mortal Kombat. They took them to the Supreme Court over the violence and the costumes that the girls were wearing. And you want to know what Ed Boon's response was for the Mortal Kombat Ultimate? He made Katana and Melina's costumes even spicier after he got back from Congress.
And then now it's a different group of people going after it.
Yeah, it's so weird because, like, where was that attitude that he had? Like, this was... And now he's like, well, you know, it was inappropriate, that blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
It's like...
but when they don't mind going against church people, but they have a...
They can't go against their own
They can't
people.
go against, like... It's basically like the crowd. It's like the mob.
You know what it's
They
like?
can't get it's society. It's like going against the turn of society.
It wasn't the turn of society because it was just their political side that were doing it. Like, the only people crying for censorship was the far left.
The only thing
Which
I
is
don't
true.
understand is like they continue to not. They
Ow.
continue to not be clear on why they're censoring it. Like they say that they're censoring it because women have a problem with it, but women say that they don't have a problem. Then they say they're censoring it. They have a problem with censoring it because families have a problem with it, but families don't play M-rated games.
Yeah, families don't play
So
M-rated.
then they are not actually clear. They're not actually honest about why they're censoring it. They don't actually have a valid reason. Because a lot of
Oh, no.
gamers have already come out and said that they want to look nice. They want to feel like they're that character. They feel cool being a plain girl in that outfit, and they think that they look awesome, and they don't have a problem with like being a stoic and stuff. So what is the if pro gamers don't care, then what? Who are they? Yeah, like it doesn't make any sense what they're censoring it for then. But they're censoring it for non-games, and their job is to censor.
Yeah, so the directors of Dead or Alive, the current directors of Dead or Alive, they basically said they were trying to appeal to the conservative rules of the FGC, which is the fighting game community, and they were trying to make Dead or Alive more of like a mainstream franchise. Like they were trying to be like, all right, we're gonna end up doing like the Capcom thing, and we're gonna, ouch, we're gonna do the Capcom and Tekken and you know all that route, and we're gonna sell a lot more with Dead or Alive 6. It's gonna be great.
Then they didn't.
No, Dead or Alive 6 failure was one of the biggest flops of 2016. Huge failure. Like, not even... Yeah, it was a massive flop. And their core audience, like, completely rejected them. They were like, no way, Jose. So it was like... It was a massive train wreck. Like, huge.
Yeah, I would say, like, it didn't work because you already have spicy characters like Mai in other fighting game franchises. And, of course, even Chun-Li is pretty... kind of spicy in her outfit.
No, it was T-rated games.
I know, but...
Although they tried to... In the 90s, they tried to get Chun-Li and Cammy censored. It didn't work, though.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Cammy. I mean...
The argument was that it was like, I forget what they tried to do. But, yeah, the thing, too, with deplatforming, you know how, like, there are groups today, well, there's only one group really. They contact the credit card companies and say, hey, this game is predatory, don't, whatever. But they learned from, that's what people did in the 90s, is they used to contact, like, companies like credit card companies and stuff like that. Yeah, it's all tactics like the deplatforming, the contacting of like buyers and sellers saying not to have this game, going to stores and saying, you know, this is blah 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 blah. Because there were some groups that did that to some games that you had to go to Best Buy in order to buy back in the day, or Amazon.
I think the reason why, like,
Fight on.
I don't know, like, traditional, like
All right.
just mainstream
We'll do
gamers and
it.
stuff like that, or family gamers, like, I guess, like, you and I, the
In the
reason
name
why
of Mugen Tenshin.
I think don't have a problem, like, I don't think we don't go along with the censorship now, is because I feel like back in the day, in the 90s, there was a legitimate reason why they were giving the censorship. Like, oh, I'm concerned about this, my teenage son seeing this. Like, there was the reason. Even if it was misguided, that was the actual reason. Nowadays, there's no real reason for the censorship.
Can I tell you how?
It's not an actual reason, so it's the whole thing is stupid.
I'll tell you.
It's not a real reason.
I will tell you what the Supreme Court said to those like groups. So basically, after spending all that money in the 90s and trying to campaign against like mature and sexy content in games, the Supreme Court ruled, or the U.S. Congress basically said, well, the game has a rating on it that says it's for mature. Your child, it's your responsibility to make sure the child does not get a hold of this type of content. You need to screen what they play. Because you can see right here on the box, it clearly says this is for mature audiences.
And they should say that to the activist groups then.
I mean, they finally are now, but yeah, before it was like 7 years of trying to appease people that didn't even play video games, which was so weird. Like, you were going out of your way to make women ugly, to, you know, put in stuff that, like, most straight people don't like, and all this other stuff. And those people that they were trying to please didn't buy anything. They didn't buy it, they didn't support it, they didn't rent it, they didn't do anything. They just kind of patted the developer on the back and said, thank you very much. And they didn't even do anything. So then the developer goes to them, they're like, hey, our core audience isn't buying our stuff. And they're like, oh, too bad. You know, because we're thankful that you did this, but we never intended to buy your game because it doesn't suit our interests anyway. We just didn't want your stuff to exist.
Yeah, if you really think about it, I mean, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but it feels like a lot of the activist stuff, they're against straight men, basically.
Of course.
That just seems what they're angry at. Like,
Yeah.
they don't want straight men to be happy.
Well, gaming, even though, you know, people don't like this, statistically and data-wise, it is a male-dominated hobby. Like, video games is majority is men. Now, there are women in it, sure, but the most of the people who buy the most video games and all this other stuff and play are men. It's a true statistic. There are females in the space, but it's not like a 50-50 thing. It'll never be a 50-50 thing.
Yeah, like, even, like, I mean, even on our channel throughout the years, like, we've been online for 17 years. And I always look at the analytics of people that are coming across our videos for years.
Mm-hmm.
It's always been 98% men watching.
No, Let's Play channel, it's 75% men, and the rest is female.
Your
Your 01 channel. 01 channel is 93% men.
But
Yeah.
a lot of people, I've seen other YouTubers say that they noticed that 90% of their audience are men.
Mm-hmm.
And most, like, gamers that I've seen, they say 90% of their audience are men, or at least 80%. So, I mean, any YouTuber can tell you the statistics of their gaming channel and say that explain to you that it's mostly men. It's not hard to find that.
Right, and it's not a mean thing. It's actual data. It's real. It's like the core demographic of people that enjoy playing video games are men. There are women in the space. It's probably, nowadays, I'd say it's probably about like 20%, maybe like 30, well, I think 28% would be like a fair thing. Because there's all kinds of games now that appeal to women. There's like a broader range. But for the most part, especially M-rated games, the target is teenage boys and college guys and lonely men. So, and I really believe if the weird stuff didn't happen during the pandemic and them, like, you know, crusading to change video games and anime, which they succeeded for a while, If they never did that kind of stuff and just left M-rated games the way they were, then you wouldn't have seen the crazy changes that you had. But the problem was, you know, everybody was home, everybody was divided, and there wasn't much to do, and ruining anime and video games became their hobby for like several years till they finally got kicked out of said industries. Which is true. 9,000 of them have been fired across the video game industry in Western countries. And especially like most contracts with what they call consultant agencies have all been terminated by Japan. As well as like some like agencies responsible for doing like Western changes or like not censorship but like dialogue and like, you know, making sure the game works in the region that it's supposed to be. Square, Capcom, and a bunch of other places have shut those things down. So they don't even trust, like, you know, people are going to mess with their stuff anymore. And they're also, I believe it's by 2029, most Japanese studios will not be using American localizers for anime anymore. They're done. So
You know, they're just gonna use AI.
they're either going to use AI or they're going to translate it in Japan or Hong Kong. Because they don't trust it.
I mean, most of them speak perfect English.
They actually do speak pretty good English, but they should let Hong Kong do it, because Hong Kong has been translating stuff into English and making it authentic to the original translation as much as possible in English for decades, you know? And I feel bad for other countries, because Portugal wasn't adding nonsense and all kinds of weird stuff into anime and trying to change translations. It was only America doing it. And then they would get on their high horse and they'd be like, well, we are putting it in our language. It's like, no, you're using terms that characters in that anime and manga never said. You're changing the source material to fit your own weird fantasies.
Some new data from you.
Yeah.
And headcanons.
In the name
Yeah.
of Mugen Tenshin.
Yep. Very weird time. And I used to be very open to being like, oh, you know, I don't think we should gatekeep. I think we should let whoever wants to be in the hobby. And it's like, no, now I'm pro gatekeeping. Because I've seen, I can't name one good thing that the takeover of the game industry the past 7 years that happened. I can name hundreds of horrible things, but I can't name one good thing.
You know what I mean? Like gatekeeping, like if somebody really wants to get into that you don't want people in that aren't real gamers, that aren't buying.
Yeah, people who aren't anime fans, people who aren't gamers, people who aren't comic book fans have no business playing a video game, reading a comic book, or, you know, pretty much anything, because they don't care about it anyway. They're not welcome,
Yeah, like,
and they shouldn't be welcome.
They shouldn't have an opinion if they're not going to at least buy it.
They're not allowed an opinion. They're not allowed in the space. Like, I would literally make a people take a test outside of a convention for gaming, and if they failed the test, I'd kick them out. Be like, nope, you don't pass.
You can't come into the game convention.
You can't come in. Door's locked. Wrong password. You didn't say looking glass. Be gone.
I don't have time to play games with you. In the name of Mugen Tenshin.
Because you have to keep a tighter leash on stuff, otherwise you're going to go through the same thing. We were too accepting of all kinds of like weird stuff, and then they tried to get in, or they did get in, and then they tried to change it. They tried to kick the gamers out of their own thing. And like, we're changing it, deal with it. You know, there's nothing you can do about it. We're going to ruin your thing. And, you know, we hate you, and we're just going to change it. That's basically what the message was for, I don't know, 7 years? Yeah.
Oh, right. You're right, Jotaro. That's true. It wasn't just straight people not wanting to buy stuff. And most of those activists aren't even part of the communities that they're even campaigning for.
Exactly.
That's true. Like, there's plenty of people
This is Mugen
in the
Tenshin.
LGBT that are actually gamers, and they aren't actually they aren't activists. They just want to live their life. They just happen to be LGBT. And it's like, we see that a lot. And it's like, and these activists are like, oh, I'm representing you. It's like, no, you're not, though. It's like so frustrating. Yeah, like that's what the activists do. Like they always, and that's honestly like the kind of crazy people that are attacking us too a lot of times. Like some of the people that attack us a lot believe that they're standing up for certain groups of people when they probably aren't. Like
The funny thing
It's
is,
just in their imagination.
all the games that they were pushing, none of those games would have failed if they actually supported it. I've never seen in my life somebody campaigning for change in something and not supporting it. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. Like, it doesn't make any sense, because we had people, you know, hey, we were trying to appeal more to girls or whatever with this game. This is like 20 years ago, 25 years ago. There was like some type of game that came out, and there was this campaign movement to, you know, be more like, okay, we're going to let more girls in here or whatever. Right? And the game that came out, like, they supported it. Like, the female gamers bought it. It did really, really well. And then they got more of that genre. Like, I think it was like around 2003, something like that. You know, there was this big push for it on the internet. They're like, this is a new thing. We're reaching out, you know, trying to appeal to, like, female interest with this type of game. And, you know, the ladies bought it in droves. It did really well. And then they got a sequel or whatever. And it kept going and going. And like, right around, I would say 2003, 2006, that's when the female audience in gaming really started to grow. But that's also because they showed the game developers that, hey, these girls like these type of games. They're going to pay a lot of money for this.
Which type of games did you say that girls liked?
Cozy games were on the rise,
Oh,
around
right.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah, cozy games had existed with, like, Harvest Moon and some other stuff, but they really started to become a bigger genre around 2003, 2004.
I was told that even before that, though, obviously girl gamers played everything. There was different girl gamers that played every type, but I felt like a lot of girls played RPGs. Like, that's what I was told, like, years ago.
RPGs were always, like, yeah. Yep.
Because of the story.
But, you know, based on seeing that, it was like, okay, now, you know, easily, these people are gonna whatever. They'll support all this stuff that they want. And it's like, no, they didn't support it.
That's cute.
Which, if you're a fan of something, you would think, okay, I'm gonna spend money to support this because I like it and I want to see it succeed. You know, it's like they have, like, the greatest faith I've ever seen, because they're like, okay, this is coming out. I'm not gonna buy it, but I hope it does well, and if it doesn't do well, I'm gonna yell at everybody for not buying what I wanted to succeed. It's like, why don't you just put your money where your mouth
Right,
is?
if you wanted to succeed, just pay $60 for, like, get you and all your friends to pay. I mean, what I find ironic is, like, a lot of these people, like, that are activists or whatever, they have so much time on their hands
To yell at people online?
to be online. Like,
Yeah.
they obviously they're either in a computer from the library and they're living out of a van down by the river, or they have a ton of money to just sit online. Like, they obviously aren't going to a job.
I always wonder how they make money, because
they
they're
have
constantly tweeting,
so
yeah.
much
Let's see if you
time
can
to be
stop me.
online, talking to people and arguing.
We settle this.
Like, they're obviously not working at all, so it's like they obviously have a lot of extra money because it costs money to get a computer.
Yeah, they have money. Either they're living in their parents' basement, or they're tweeting while they're supposed to be at work.
So it's like,
I don't know.
how do they have all this time and extra money to, you know, to do all this activist stuff, but they don't have money to buy the game that they're active, you know?
Yeah, it's never made any sense to me, because whenever I was a part of a very famous organization called Operation Rainfall. They were responsible for getting 3 major RPGs brought over to America, or the Americas,
This is Mugen Tenshi.
that didn't have a shot before because Japan was never going to bring them over. The Last Story, Pandora's Tower, and shoot, I forgot the other one. The Last Story, Pandora's Tower, and there was one more game.
Seeks to stand against
Like Xenoblade. Sorry, Xenoblade. So you had those 3 games. I championed those games. Like, I helped get awareness out about them. I told other gamers about it. You know, I made several videos on the subject. I used my social media. You know, I went all in. And then when push came to shove, I bought all 3 of those games. I only ever showed one on the channel, The Last Story, but I bought all 3 of those games.
Right, because, like, you were campaigning for the game, so you were like, well, I mean, I might as well, you know, it's important important that I buy this because I'm, you know.
Well, you'd be a hypocrite if you didn't.
To show that, like, why? How can I ask other people to buy it if I'm not willing to buy it myself?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And all those failed movies and comic books and stuff, like, even though I hate what they did to Tim Drake in 2023, instead of it being a colossal failure, which it was, if these people actually would have supported it and paid for the comic book instead of just been like, oh my gosh, I see myself as Tim now because he's a fruit, or all this other stuff, you know, they didn't buy it. So of course the book got canceled because normal people were like, I'd hate this.
In the name of
And that's exactly like a huge issue I always have with social media where people are like, oh, I'm promoting this cause by, you know, somebody writes a tweet like, hey, it's important to plant trees because it's good for the environment. And you
Go plant a tree.
And then the tweet gets like 400 retweets and they're like, oh, we're spreading the tree. But it's like, but actually you've done nothing.
Yeah.
Because you just retweeted a tweet about how it would be a good idea to plant a tree, but you actually didn't go and do it.
Well, if you,
Like,
yeah,
it doesn't
if
help.
you're
It doesn't help at all.
exactly, if you're trying to bring awareness to something, you need to actually do it. If you're like, man, we don't have enough trees at the park, the next day you go to the park and you plant some trees and then you take a picture. Hey, I did this at my local park today. It'd be cool if you guys could go to your local park and plant like 3 trees, and then in 20 years there'll be more trees.
Just by example, like,
Exactly.
why? That's what I have a problem with, like, people doing that. It's just, it makes me, and what I hate is, like, you even talk to family members and friends that are like, oh yeah, I'm supporting this cause online, and we got so many people in agreement that this would be great to do. It's like, okay, but none of you actually took action to do anything. Like, you just agreed that it would be a good idea to do it. Like, nothing was actually solved. Like, it didn't help
You
you
just
at all.
talked about it, exactly.
Like, talk is cheap. Like, it doesn't help you.
Well, look at what we did with our channel. Like, we knew if we didn't start, like, pushing memberships and all this other stuff, we'd go out of business. So we found transactional ways of doing memberships, like with our ultimate tier and our mega tier and stuff like that. You know, we could just, like, go on every day and just be like, oh, man, you know, we have no way out of this rut that we're in. But, you know, we pushed the memberships, like, 7 years ago. And, you know, we have what's known as transactional stuff with our members.
If I was an activist, I'd be like, okay, we're going to get a group of people and all of us are going to buy this terrible activist game that we ruined. We censored the game completely and, you know, put a bunch of weird dialogue in the game. And so we're all going to pay for it. Everybody on this list, make sure you guys all buy the game and make it successful. That's what I would do if I was an activist. But they don't do that. They're like,
I know, it was legendary. I remember, like, all the people, like, with Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League came out. Oh, okay, that's, I was like, are we getting a weird error about buying Season Pass on YouTube? No, that was a while ago. So, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League came out. And some of the people that worked at Rocksteady went and attacked fans and said, hey, this game isn't for you because it features these type of inclusive themes and all this other stuff, and we don't want your business anymore. And the Arkham fans were like, okay, famous last words. 3 months after they tweeted that, I kid you not, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League became free to play because they took a bath in, like, revenue. They also had tons of digital refunds and all kinds of stuff. They got royally, like,
honestly,
screwed.
It does hurt. Like, when somebody says, instead of them, like, say you go to a store and then you buy something and they're like, oh, thank you for your business, please come again. Like, then they appreciate that you spent money at the store and you feel good about that. You feel like, thank you for respecting me enough to thank me for buying something. But when you buy something from the store and they're like, well, we don't really want your business anyway, but whatever, I mean, you can buy it, but it's not really for you. I mean, that really makes you want to take the product back to the store.
I mean, honestly, would you want to go to if a person came up to you and said, hey, I don't like you and I don't want you shopping at my store, would you honestly go back to that store?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd probably try to get every single thing that I ever bought there and throw it back too.
Exactly, because it's like they're not being nice to you as a customer, and gamers are customers, right?
And honestly, even if the store store sold the best things possible, I would still not go there because of how they treat me. I would just get something. I would just find something else. I'd be like, I'm just gonna find another replace.
Yeah, and gamers are like, out of most of the fandoms compared to comic book, anime has us beat, but anime is expensive. Gamers, like for the most part, up until the past 7 years, they were the biggest commodity of people that spent money. And now they're doing like articles and stuff like that. They're saying, oh, gamers aren't buying games anymore. It's because we had 7 years of crappy games pushing all kinds of messaging and nonsense. Of course people weren't buying those games because we didn't want them. And also, they told us to our faces through social media and through, you know, their modern audience like pushing that those games weren't made for gamers. So of course gamers didn't buy it. And now, a couple years later, like probably by 2028 or something like that, you'll see more people buying games again because, you know, the audience is going to come back and buy stuff that they're interested in.
Oh, I heard Rocksteady didn't even want to make that game. The suits make them make it, says D.
I don't know. That's a stretch.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there. So.
Yeah, that'll be like, you need an investigative reporter to look into what happened to the Suicide Squad. It's a very, very interesting thing.
Obviously, somebody.
Hadouken!
Obviously, somebody was influencing them to make the game terrible. Put a bunch of weird stuff in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, like, if people really wanted to be part of it, they could have just done what they did at Traveler's Tales and just quit.
Oh, some people left, and supposedly Rocksteady, like, you know, split into another company, but they haven't done anything yet. It's been so many years since the Suicide Squad, and we haven't heard anything from the Stars developer that was made by Sefton Hill. Like, there's no word on it. No project announcements, nothing. It's like they're just gone.
Oh yeah, Jotaro was saying you'd be surprised how many of us play horror games. Think like the girl gamer crowd.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a 50-50 split. It's like one of the most equal split fandoms around. And that's what I'm glad to learn, like, how many, because like I'm not obviously a hardcore girl gamer, but I know that there are many girls that are. I really appreciate learning about that.
Oops, I don't... Oh, yeah, we're going to be Classic Kasumi, but we're going to get our butts kicked because we're going into champion territory now. I'm going to get wrecked. But we're going to give it our best, because why not? We're going with Classic Kasumi, because, yeah. Not side ponytail. We're going to go with... There we go. Classic. OG.
Yeah, Sumi's got some cute outfits, honestly.
Yeah, they're apparently making a solo game, but there's no word on it. Yeah, I know. It just doesn't exist. It's weird.
That's cute. Oh, she's got like a little 90s dress in a way. I just remember in the 90s and 2000s, like, I had a lot of dresses where I wore like a shirt under my dress. I don't know why that was a thing.
Yeah.
I don't really see people do that. Like, maybe
No.
they do that in Japan.
I mean, Japanese fashion is a little bit behind us, but I don't even know what our current fashion trends are anymore because I still dress like I'm from the 90s. But yeah, I fantasize about wearing like clothes like that, and just like wearing my sundress with a shirt under it. I don't know. Maybe I should just rock it. Yeah.
And see what happens. Because I see people stare at me.
Yeah. So with the whole Supergirl controversy or whatever, like people have been taking to Twitter and talking about stuff like, "Oh no, that's gonna really hurt." Oh yeah, that took a lot of my help. Stage hazards. Thank you, DOA. Like now people. This is the funniest thing. Even though the Supergirl movie's not very good, right? The people who have been championing that, you know, to own the chuds and all this other stuff, they've been trying so hard to say that the movie's good until they see it, and now they're trying to like rationalize why it's not very good. They're like, well, it's important to be able to say that a movie isn't good if it does this and that, and it has nothing to do with it being a woman in the role and stuff. And it's like, if they would just pump the brakes and realize the people criticizing the movie are not all saying the movie's bad because a woman is the main lead of the film. Like they're trying to they're trying to rationalize their way of saying why it's bad, but they're not listening to the core voices of saying why the movie's not the best. You know, but it's okay when they say it's not very good. Because they're the good guys.
It kind of reminds me of, like, if you're at school and it's like, oh, no one beats up my brother but me.
Yeah.
Like, I can say it's bad.
I can say it's bad.
But you can't.
You can't. Your opinion is invalid because I deem it invalid because I don't like your political stances. So you're subhuman. Yeah, that's pretty much what they do. But it's funny because they're all tiptoeing around it. They're like, I want to say it wasn't very good, but I don't want to appease the misogynists.
I just don't know how, like, movies can even, like, release that are, like, that get so many bad reviews. Like, I just don't get how the movie even released. Like,
They pay the actors, and then they have to release the movie to make back what they paid on them.
I just don't know why they didn't, like, show it to what was that group of random people, and then just, like...
They did showings of it.
And then change whatever like, they should have had, like, an average audience watch it, and then been like, oh, we don't like it. Or maybe the average audience was too afraid to tell them that they didn't like it.
PhD title.
Because they were afraid that they would be called a woman hater if they
I hope
said
to
it.
receive some in the name of Mugen Tenshin.
20 years ago, you could say something bad about a movie and people didn't call you names. It's like, I didn't like that movie. And they'd be like, okay, yeah.
Like, oh, here's a movie about a bird. Like, oh, I didn't really enjoy this. Oh,
Bird hater!
That's because you hate birds.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I feel like. It's just whatever's in the movie, they think whoever's in the movie. Even though that has nothing to do with why you didn't like it.
Right,
I
yeah.
just didn't like it. It has nothing to do with the people in the movie. I just happened not to like it. I didn't enjoy it.
You hate birds.
You can't even have an honest opinion.
I got lucky.
It is really weird.
Oh my gosh, Angry Joe's review is so... You can see he's like... He's on the verge of a heart attack because he's going to lose half his audience because, like, he's been saying for years, like, he's an activist. He went from being... I'm against it's one of the strangest stories in history for a critic. Because before he was anti-corporation, and then when his political views shifted to everybody else, he became like the apologetic of the internet. Like every bad movie he had to say was good because it reflected his politics. It's been the craziest thing ever. And he is getting crucified over saying he didn't like Supergirl because just a couple of weeks ago he was saying, you need to see this movie to own the chuds and the misogynists and all this other stuff. He says, we owe it to Supergirl to make this movie succeed. And then he sees it and he's like, guys, Supergirl is not good. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's bad. It's like, oh my gosh, dude. It's such a pathetic little beta. Holy crap. It's so sad because, I mean, I knew the guy and he was, you know, very testosterone-y. He was like, what do they call it? He was like a jock gamer.
Yeah.
And he's just become such a pansy. It's sad.
He definitely had an edge to him.
He did have an edge. He acted, when we used to talk on the phone, he acted like it was this, I had a deeper voice than him, but he always tried to be like, oh man, you know, try to up that masculinity thing. It's like, okay. You know, because I just have naturally a deeper voice than he does. Oh man. But
Yeah,
he
I
was
remember when we were
such a different guy.
like, putting an ad on his-
Yeah, we were talking to him about putting ads on his website. We were going to pay him. This was during the Disney Infinity years. We were on the phone. It was a business call. We were talking to him about, like, his website was getting, like, 3 million views monthly or something like that. So we were going to pay him, like, I think it was, like, I don't know, a decent amount in order to run ads for, I think it was Disney Infinity 2, something like that. Meow. But But it's, you know, it's very hard for these critics like Grace and Joe to be honest when they don't like something because they're so worried about their install base. You know?
I don't even understand like what, like why comic books are so attached to politics.
I will.
It's weird.
Fight on.
I don't know. It's a crazy time. Like, none of this stuff existed 20 years ago, though. Like, you could say something bad about a movie or anime, and you didn't have to have, like, people, like, hovering all around you, like, okay. Like, I didn't like this because, you know, the plot dragged or stuff like that. But, I mean, yeah, it's been... I've seen all this stuff unfold on social media with his Supergirl review, and I feel bad for the guy because, yeah, he probably really didn't like it, but he's terrified of losing his audience. Because that's who he caters to, is people that, you know, are like, keyboard warriors, basically. They're not gamers anymore.
It kind of proves like that this imaginary group of people that beats on women and always tries to put women in a bad light all the time in movies and all this. It doesn't actually exist, this group of people. Like, there is no group.
They're just like there's bullies in high school. There are some people online that are grifters that are just like, you know, they don't like women and they're like boys only. There's a few of them, but it's not the majority. Ow, ow, ow. Holy crap. I can see why Jotaro likes playing as this girl. She's from Ninja Gaiden. Crap.
That one guy from Star Wars,
Woo!
he kept saying that there was a group of people that didn't want him in Star Wars because of, you know, his ethnicity, and that group does not exist. There was no group that didn't want him. Like, it was in his mind.
Yeah. That's why
It was imaginary.
my favorite critic has always been Jeremy, because Jeremy, like, he tells it how it is. He's very neutral about a lot of things, but he keeps his opinion straightforward. Like, you know, this movie's good if you're drunk. This movie's only watchable if you're drunk. You have to listen to how he explains his critical stance on things, because he gets to his point in the review of, like, you know, you know, click here to see more. The guy who punches the screen.
Yeah,
Like,
I know who that is. He has the red screen behind him.
Yeah, he is, in my personal opinion, out of all the movie critics on YouTube, he is the best. He's been doing it for almost 20 years, and you have to listen to his whole review to understand if he liked the movie or not. Yeah.
I do like how he doesn't really get it. He doesn't get paid for.
No. I still, like, you know, he and I probably would disagree politically, but I also think he's old school enough that we could have a civil conversation. Be like, you know, talking about movies or video games or whatever. I mean, he's super famous. He would never talk to me, but I'm just saying he has that aura about him that he would be one of those guys.
It's like he's able to discuss things civilly without getting,
Yeah.
like, overly emotional.
Right. Oh, I'm gonna get schooled on this one. There's nothing I can do.
This girl's outfit is cool, but I thought she had a skirt outfit instead.
She does have a skirt. This is just one of her costumes. The characters have so many costumes, honey.
It's like another, a lot of ninjas.
She is a ninja. She's, this is the girl that has a crush on Ryu in the Ninja Gaiden franchise. The one with the Shrine Maiden.
Looks like she could be a good fit for Ryu.
He has a girlfriend. His girlfriend's name is Irene and Rachel. Like, they're... Rachel and Irene are the same girl. It's a code name. Irene Law? Or Lou? Irene? Yeah.
Is Rachel?
Yes. They have confirmed that Irene from the NES Ninja Gaiden is Rachel.
Oh, wow.
She uses a code name.
Shrine Maiden at your service.
So Rachel and Irene are a code name. I don't know what her real name is.
Oh, I think this girl needs to get over her.
Well, I mean, she's like a childhood friend or from the same village or something like that. I don't know. Ow. She was a character created for the modern Ninja Gaiden games. Like the more mature ones. I guess I would just say the mature Ninja Gaiden games. Because there's lots of Ninja Gaiden games these days. It's the mature ones. The ones with lots of blood.
I
It's
couldn't
painful.
continue to find somebody to take it like back. That would be really upset.
Hmm.
That would be
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna win this one. All that juggling, wow. Holy crap. That was really good. This is on, we're one difficulty away from the highest difficulty. So I'm getting smoked now, which is kind of funny. But yeah, I mean, people shouldn't be worried about, like, your opinion with stuff. If you don't like something, just come out and say why you don't like it, you know? Cinematography was bad, the tonal shift was dizzying, I didn't like the characterization. Like, some people are upset because the Supergirl movie was supposed to be about, like, the Woman of Tomorrow comic or whatever. And apparently, like, Amber and I haven't seen it, but based on hearsay, people are saying that the comic, or the movie, is nothing like the comic. It was supposed to be heavily inspired by the comic book, but there's elements from the movie that have nothing to do with it, and it just falls flat. And also, apparently, the person who wrote the movie is an up-and-coming person, so this was the first movie script they ever made. You probably don't want to use somebody in a major summer blockbuster that has never written a successful movie.
Right.
That's just because she's a woman, it's not...
That's what I've seen.
That shouldn't be a qualification to write a moving script. That'd be like, somebody comes up to me, and I know nothing about... let's pick a franchise I know absolutely nothing about. They're making a video game movie on... Grand Theft Auto. Okay, this is gonna be good. They're making a movie on Grand Theft Auto. They come to me, someone who's never really played the games, and they want me to make a script for their Grand Theft Auto movie.
Yeah.
It is going to be a horrible movie.
Yeah, because you're not really familiar with the Grand Theft Auto franchise.
Nope, I'm not really familiar with Grand Theft Auto at all. Exactly. The same thing. The person who wrote Supergirl knew nothing about Supergirl, had no experience writing anything, and then they used that at the baseline for their script. It doesn't work. Usually, in the industry, what you want to do, whether it's a video game or a movie, you get someone who is qualified. Someone who understands how to do an adaptation from a comic book to a movie and change it so that it's different, but it still has the same vibe of something somebody loves. Right?
Yeah, I mean, they always told us, like, in music class that we had to learn the right way to compose music the traditional way, and then once we understood the normal methods of composition, then we could do our own thing and branch out and do it our own way. But you probably didn't hear me.
I did. Music.
Basically, like, I feel like writing should be the same thing. Unless you've actually already understood how to write scripts, you can't branch off and do, like, your own take on it until you actually have something under your belt to say that you know what you're doing.
Yeah, that's a fair assessment. Like, that makes a lot of sense.
Like, you should have some kind of, like, history of movie. Like, you've written some movies. Even if it was a small one. It doesn't make any sense for someone who's never written a script to be writing for Warner Brothers. You should have written for a smaller company first. It doesn't make any sense. It just is stupid.
Yeah, that's the general consensus. Like, if here we go. Somebody asks me, a Batman guy, on my first writing gig, I'm supposed to write Spider-Man. Now, even though I've never written Spider-Man, and I'm kind of a casual fan of the character, I would at least, like, do my best to do some research to try to understand, you know, this is how Peter thinks about this is what Peter and MJ's relationship is. And also, I mean, I would bring MJ and Peter back for, like, an Elseworld story or something like that, because that's the Spider-Man I'm familiar with, is he was married. So that's the Spider-Man I would write about. But I would still, like, try to make references or something to what Spider-Man's been up to from previous authors. You know, put in the work a little bit, even though it'd probably be a disastrous run because I'm not well-versed in Spider-Man.
I think people today are just different than people in the 90s. I think if you even think about, like how, kind of reminds me of when they were on the, like, thing with, oh my gosh, Mark Hamill, and talking about Star Wars, and they said that he said, oh, we're doing this for the fans, right? And then the corporate people were telling him, well, it doesn't matter what the fans want. We're doing our vision of it. And he kept saying, like, well, if we're not doing it for the fans, who are we doing it for? That's
In
the
the
main
name of
person.
Mugen
So
Tenshin.
Mark Hamill got that. That was like the 90s, early 2000s, 80s. For decades, people have always done it for the fans of the franchise. So I feel like a modern take on everything is like, instead of like, oh, I'm writing a script, I'm gonna write a script on whatever, a really famous franchise, Jurassic Park. So instead of me actually researching, you know, the lore of Jurassic Park and, you know, putting in like, you know, fan service of all like the past characters and trying to tie in the movies to the past movies. Instead of me doing that, no, I'm just gonna broadly make the theme sort of about dinosaurs, and I'm just gonna go way my own lane, write it however I want. Like, that's how movies are. They don't care about the past, they don't care about what the fans are expecting from the series. They're just doing their weird thing without caring at all.
Oh!
Like, you know, if the fans like it or not.
Yeah.
They're literally, it's like they're doing their weird
This is Mugen Tenshin.
vision, and they don't care. Like, they don't seem to understand that it's literally a job.
Well, the thing is, you know how they say karma catches up with things? Hollywood can't keep printing money forever. Eventually, they're going to have to pivot the way that, you know, Ross was trying to carry the couch up the stairs. Like, you know, pivot. Because you can only lose money so long before you have to course correct. Like, if you're making fan-generated content, like on famous brands like Batman or Mortal Kombat or whatever, you are going to have to release a product that the fans of that brand are going to want to spend money on to go see. And what's happening with DC is getting a reputation again, like with Zack Snyder, that before was like, oh, DC is trying so hard to catch up with Marvel, so they're rushing things. Now people are saying that James Gunn doesn't know what he's doing because he is trying to oversaturate the market with tons of Superman stories that nobody wants to see. So it's like, it's a different type of complaint now. Before it was like, oh man, you're trying to do the Marvel thing. You're trying, not giving characters individual movies, and you're rushing into it. Now they're saying, you're giving characters individual movies, but you're not giving the audience time to breathe. They're just going boom, 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 down the line. And that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to release, like, I don't know, 3 superhero movies a year or something, or like, you know, projects or something, not giving the audience a chance to kind of like catch their breath or anything.
Yeah, it's like, why not make...
Ow, ow, ow.
Why not make all the movies good, though? Why not, like...
Why not make them all good?
Why just throw the movies together and keep releasing them? Like, why not just... Like, hey, if you're gonna make a lot of movies in a year, why not make all of them good? I mean, you have so much money.
I mean,
Warner Brothers has so much money, you can pay like a huge staff.
At this point, I think asking Warner Brothers to make something good is asking too much. What about something decent that's watchable? No, I'm serious.
Yeah. Why not care about making good? Like, why is it that the fans have better ideas on how to make the movie than the actual people that are making it?
And you want to know what's funny? In America, they say that fans make terrible directors, but you do realize, like, this is what America doesn't realize, and why I like making fun of Americans, even though I'm American. But American creators don't understand that, and film people, in Japan, the best mangas are made by people who grew up with manga and anime. They are fans. It is a fan-generated, like, revenue thing that continues to flourish in Japan because it's not made by people that don't love what they're doing. They grew up with, like, Dragon Ball Z, and then they made something like Demon Slayer. Or they grew up with Inuyasha, and they made Jujutsu Kaisen or whatever, you know? You can see homages to these classic action-packed animes in, you know, a little bit of nuance of the new stuff. And even the people like the creators, when they get up and they talk to the fans, they're like, well, as a kid, I was really inspired by, you know, Toriyama's stuff, or I really loved Inuyasha, I really loved Yu Yu Hakusho. They're going back into the same industry that they loved as children, and they're coming back as a creator, and they're making better content that does billions in revenue, billions and billions, compared to like our comic books in America that barely sell. I believe Absolute Batman's around like 200,000 copies a month now. 20 years ago, Batman was 800,000 copies a month. Just 20 years ago, before they started doing all the weird stuff.
You know what's sad is, like, the fans actually tell Warner Bros. What they want. Like,
yeah, that is sad.
We had, like, we asked Warner Brothers, like, years ago, like, there was almost a Nightwing movie made, and also there was almost a Jon Stewart Green Lantern movie made.
Mm-hmm.
The fans were pushing for both of those things and explaining to Warner Brothers that they really wanted both of those things.
We really want that Green Lantern movie, yep.
And they completely ignored the fans. Like, literally, the fans are begging them to make the movie that they will spend their money on, and they completely ignore it and give us a Supergirl movie instead. And I have no problem with the Supergirl movie if it was good, but it wasn't, obviously. I mean, I didn't see it, but... I mean, the fact that every single reviewer that I've seen just continues to say it was bad. It's just like, I don't even see a reason to see it. I mean, it just...
I don't think that the Supergirl movie is bad per se, but all the things that I've heard about it, it sounds mediocre. It sounds like, do I really want to spend... Here in New York, it would be $50 for two people to go to the movies with concessions. Yeah. It's like, do I really want to spend $50 on a movie that I'm probably not going to like, or will I pay like $10 to rent it digitally?
That's honestly what I was randomly talking about that on the internet. Like, New York is way more expensive, so, like, I'm eating, like, peanut butter and jelly and stuff, because, you know, I have to watch what I'm buying. So it's like, yeah, going to the movie is going to be way more than it was in Pennsylvania.
Yep.
So, it's like, not everyone lives near a movie theater that's really small and cheap.
No, we have to drive, like, a half hour or more to a local movie theater, and they don't even do the showings when we want to see them. The other theater, we could go in the morning. There are no theaters that do morning here. And also, I found out those drive-through movies, or drive-ins, they're only available in the from May until September.
You can't go in the winter.
Nope. They don't run them in the winter. It's only seasonal, which is how they stay in business, because it gets really cold here in upstate New York. Really, really cold. Hadouken!
Yeah, the problem is if a Lantern or Clayface does not hit, then the Man of Tomorrow's under pressure. Even if it does well, the DC will still be in trouble.
I don't, but Ian, I don't believe in supporting a movie that I don't like just so the entire brand does well. You know, the movie needs to appeal to me to at least go and spend money on it. Like, I won't tell other people not to go see it or something like that, but I'm not one of those. This is why I didn't do well as an MCU fan, is because I didn't watch all the additional shows because I didn't care for the story anymore after Endgame. Like, She-Hulk, all those other shows did not interest me in the slightest, because it felt like propaganda. It felt like, you know, talking down to the audience and, you know, trying to cater to non-fans of these characters that people grew to love over 10 years. And it just, you know, I got to a point where I was like, I was done. I'll still watch Spider-Man stuff, but in terms of the greater Marvel Universe, I don't care anymore. It doesn't interest me because it's all just weird stuff. And, you know, I'm not going to go and watch and pay for Disney Plus so I can understand, you know, a little bit of the next Marvel movie that I didn't really need to see anyway, because they did like 30 seconds of exposition of what happened in their show.
Yeah, I
So
agree. I don't like Disney Plus. Plus anymore because it was just a bunch of shows I didn't care about, and it was just few and far between. They were just banking on people getting it so they could watch cool Disney movies, and then they were selling us like terrible like new Disney slop, and I didn't like it. It was just ridiculous. Like if you really wanted to buy an old classic Disney film like Lady and the Tramp, you could just get it. You wouldn't have to pay $5 a month. You could just buy it on DVD. Like I don't want all those Disney classic movies over and over again. Anyways, if I really wanted to see Lady and the Tramp or Mulan or something, I could just buy it.
Yeah.
Or I could rent it for $3 that day. So I just think Disney Plus is just. And I also don't like supporting the company because of how they don't care about their fans anymore. They're like the Empire, you know, from Star Wars or whatever. Like they don't care about it. You know, they don't care about George Lucas. They don't care about Star Wars. They don't care about, you know, their brands where they keep pushing weird things in kids' movies. They're just awful. Like an awful company. I don't want to support them.
That makes sense. But yeah, that's the one thing, like, I haven't even watched all the additional stuff that James Gunn has made. Like, for understanding some of his other movies, it's like you have to go and watch, what was that, Peacemaker or Creature Commandos or something like that. Those things don't interest me. I'm not going to go out of my way and campaign on my Twitter and be like, oh, don't go and support this because it's stupid because I haven't seen it. But, like, I'm personally not interested in it. I don't want to watch it. Whatever free time I have, I want to do something I enjoy, like watching anime or something, or playing a video game. You know, I don't want to, you know, watch something so I can catch up to a greater universe I'm not even really interested in.
And Spider-Man was amazing because Disney didn't make it. Says JoJo. Yeah,
That's funny.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's why I feel like, even though Netflix is a little weird, you know, at least they're not Disney. I honestly think that Disney is the biggest letdown. Like, of all the companies that have kind of become corporatized and have lost their original vision and morals and stuff like that.
No!
I think Disney is the worst. You know, like, Disney was supposed to stand up for, you know, families, and Disney was supposed to have some kind of moral compass and be a safe place that you could watch a movie with your grandma and your cousin and your nephew and stuff. And you can't watch, you don't know what they're gonna push on there now. You can't watch anything on Disney. Like, they fell so far from where they were.
Yeah.
You know, they're not a safe brand for kids. They're not a safe brand for families.
This is why you play retro video games. Well, I mean, they don't want to be a safe brand for families anymore, and families rejected them. So that's the biggest shame, is because they started as a family-oriented brand. They had a very easy task, you know, to do. Just stay family-oriented, make content for, you know, people to grow up generation to generation, and then some brilliant executive was like, you know, it's the 2010s now. We're going to completely shift our audience to try to appeal to people that we've never reached out to before, and we're just going to completely forego our you know, family-oriented image. And that was it for Disney. Disney's now basically been on a rapid decline because, like, they're not going to be passed on from generation to generation because parents now know, and grandparents, they're not a safe brand that's generational anymore. It's not appropriate.
I honestly think, like, Disney was like the Mr. Rogers of corporations.
Basically.
And then all the other corporations, like Netflix and Warner Brothers, look at them and they're like, oh, Disney is not even holding into anymore. Well, I guess I don't need to either. And then they all started to slide.
No, they were all slid before. Disney was always the one, because there was weird unrated movies and stuff that came out in the 2000s and the late 90s, things like that. You know, like R-rated movies were really R-rated movies once. Like, R-rated movies now are pretty tame compared to 20 years ago.
Yeah, I know they are.
Like our R-rated.
Like the RoboCop movie was way.
Oh, that should have been the PG-13 RoboCop. Yeah, The original RoboCop movie should have been NC-17. It was incredibly graphic. Like,
I know there was a lot of older movies that were way worse, like especially 80s. You can even look at the 80s Flash show was extreme. Flash?
that was 1990. Are you talking about the guy who played Barry's dad?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was 1990.
I think it really shows that a lot of like movies were way worse.
Oh, we got away with so much in the 80s. Like, based on the amount of content that's in those old movies, they shouldn't have made an R rating. Like, it was way intense.
I don't know if you count Jackie movies, but some of those were insane. But I didn't even watch them.
Jackie movies didn't have a lot of nudity and stuff.
Not nudity, but the violence.
Not that much violence.
I thought that one movie was extremely violent. The one where Police Story.
His later Police Story movie? Yeah, that was
Oh,
that one was made specifically to be R.
I missed that.
Most R ratings for movies, especially martial arts flicks, came from how many times does a person get punched in the head? If they're yeah, the original R ratings, how the rating scale used to work in movies and TV and video is if you got an R rating, does it have lewd stuff, language, and what type of violence and gore is in it? If you're a martial arts movie and a guy is constantly getting smacked in the head like he's a punching bag, you're going to get an R rating because that's too many blows to the head. If you watch a lot of PG-13 movies, especially back in the 90s, when somebody would go to punch you, you wouldn't necessarily see the punch connect with the person's face. Go back and watch some of those again. They would wind up and show the hero punching the camera, and then they would do a breakaway shot afterwards where the guy would fall over. But you didn't really see the fist connect with the face. They were only allowed a couple shots in cinematography where you could smack the person in the head and get away with it. You couldn't, go from, okay, I'm going to, in Jackie's movie, he goes from one guy punching him in the face and then another guy in, rapid succession. That's why most of his movies were rated R, and they just threw in nudity to appeal to the male gaze. For, random lady shots or whatever. That was, but, based on all the... Because a lot of his Chinese movies in China were not rated R.
Oh.
In America, they were. Ow. I'm gonna lose again. No, my win streak.
Well, I'm glad you liked, Game Wing.
Great match.
You're entitled to like it if you like it. I didn't even watch it, so I don't even know. I mean, Luke didn't think that I would like the, Halle Berry, Catwoman movie, and I sort of liked it. I thought it was kind of cute. Luke was surprised that I kind of liked it. I did think it was a little bit over the top, but I did think that I thought her character was sweet at the beginning.
To receive some new data from you.
But there were some weird things that she does. But I sort of thought it was kind of... I didn't like her outfit very much. She was really flat on it. She put some straps on her. Spider-Man Noir is just a really fun character and a very interesting take on Spidey's world. The show did a good job creating its own take on it. That's awesome. Did anyone know one of the guest fighters in an older game, including Halo, Spartan, never played any of those games, but it's always been weird to use as imperative.
Were guest characters in what?
I didn't understand. Anyone know one of the guest fighters in an older game included a Halo Spartan?
Oh.
Halo Spartan.
One of the Dead or Alive games? Because Dead or Alive was primarily an Xbox-only thing.
Halo! Oh!
Does
right, that's interesting, imperative anymore.
Does anybody remember what year Dead or Alive became multi-plat? Because it was an Xbox exclusive originally, and that's why Master Chief costume and some other stuff was in Dead or Alive when it was on Xbox. But I think it was Dead or Alive 4 that went multi-plat. I don't remember though, because I have Dead or Alive 4 on PlayStation 3, and then I have Dead or Alive 5 and 6 on PS4, and now I have Dead or Alive 6 on PS5.
I was not interested in half the MCU movies coming out, so I didn't waste my money more time.
Yeah.
Speaking of Marvel, I finished the OG X-Men animated series a few days ago, so Jacob O'Ryan.
Nice.
And then I watched X-Men 97. That's
So
awesome, Jacob.
then you can get used to X-Men 97 Season 2, which comes out soon.
And Charles Demers says the only reason I still watch the James Gunn's DC universe is mainly because I'm interested in his take on the Superman universe.
Yeah, it is nice to see the Superman universe get some love, but I wish that the movies weren't just okay.
I wish instead of them just throwing the movies at us, if they would put some thought and effort and time into it before we had to sit, like, it just feels like, I just don't like modern corporations and stuff, but it's like, they're like, oh, well, if you like DC, then you should see this movie, even if the movie is terrible and they didn't put any thought into it and they didn't put any time or energy into it, like, we're supposed to go, like, left and say, go watch it.
Yeah, you're supposed to just support this, even though you might not like it.
I find it very insulting. Like, if we're expected to support it, why couldn't we take the time to make it good? Like,
That's a reasonable argument.
I just don't get why we're supposed to do our part, and we're just supposed to pay them money, but they're not supposed to do their part in making a good movie for us to watch. I just think it's like it needs to be give and take. Like, I don't mind supporting them, but they need to do their part and make the movie watchable. Like,
That's fair.
I'm just...
Ooh.
I don't know. It's just... Yeah, I don't know. I'm just annoyed. I think these... I don't know, for me, it's like, it don't have to be... I don't really consider myself a DC fan because my husband's a DC fan. I kind of got absorbed in his DC fan.
I'm a Batman fan. I don't really... The only DC I really like is the Justice League cartoon.
But I was a huge Star Wars fan. And the key word is was. And, like, I am sort of a DC fan. I guess I consider myself one because I love the Justice League and Batman animated series. And I like the Arkham games, so I would say I'm a DC fan. I like Fox Girl, my favorite character for the Justice League, so I'd say since I'm a favorite character, it means I'm a fan. But I would hate for me to have to do what I had to do for Star Wars, which is just completely stop being a fan. And, like, they keep annoying me to the point where I might have to do that, you know? It's like at one point it's like you can be a fan, and then in a few years, if they annoy you enough, you just stop being a fan because it's so annoying.
Well, you get tired of it. It's like, you know, I was never going to quit video games because it's my job, but there was a point where it was like, I don't even care about what's going on with game news because I already know what it's going to be. You know, one group is going to say games this, one group is going to say this about the game, and it gets tiring. Like, now it's like less of that. But it's like, you know...
And just all of these terrible DC movies are very tiring.
Because before, I used to follow thousands of people on social media. Like, when I was researching a game that I was going to do a review on, or, you know, trying to see how the fandom reacted to something, I was interested in all that stuff, right? So be like, okay, I don't know a lot about this game, but this is what this person is saying about the game, this is what they're saying they don't like about the game. But the game industry basically turned into, like, two sides constantly fighting over their differences, and one side wanted to actually compromise and be like, hey, listen, we want you in our space, but we aren't cool with you doing this kind of stuff to our main franchises. And the other side was like, we're going to do whatever we want, and we're just going to kick you out. And, you know, we'll bring in new gamers, and we don't want you. And that, you know, it became like I wouldn't even say it was a civil war, because it felt like an invasion. It didn't even feel like it was two two opposing sides of the same group.
Like displacement of.
Yeah, it felt like replacement.
It's kind of like what the Vikings did when they came to England and they just got rid of people and then they settled there and they just displaced people. That was sad. I'm sorry about that.
I mean, it's pretty much over, but that's what it felt like. Why am I fighting Kasumi all the time now? It's just Kasumi wearing different costumes, which is actually getting kind of rough.
Like replace, they're like trying to replace the population of games. Like,
Yeah, but they couldn't.
We get to play games, but you can't. It's like a gang of people just taking over your playground, and you're like, you can't play.
No! My winning streak! My winning streak! That is so wrong!
You're just like, yeah.
Why would you do that? That is messed up. What do you mean errors? Why? Oh my gosh.
I mean, really, people displacing gamers, it's like they're bullies. I had a bully on the playground in 1st grade, and I'll tell you one thing she did was she told me that I couldn't play on any swings, I couldn't play in the sandbox, I couldn't play on the slide, but she could. And she was gonna go have fun, and I had to sit on the grass, and I had to leave. That's exactly how these people are. They're like the bully that I had in 1st grade. They're just mean.
Yeah.
They're just awful.
I'm gonna cut you off. I'm happy to hear you're getting married. I don't know how to say your name. I just now got the notification that you're getting married. If you ever listen back to the stream, I hope that you and your wife have a great marriage, and I'm glad that we inspired you to like Batman and comic books. I got a very late delay for this stream, but God bless you, God bless your wife, and Amber and I wish you the best on your upcoming marriage. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I can't read that. You can't read it either. Gaming 7848.
Congratulations, Gaming 7848.
I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna do time attack.
God bless you in your marriage, and I hope that you're blessed and that you have many years of happiness together.
Mm-hmm.
As they say, well, oh no, I was gonna say something random. They have my grandpa, had a lot of influence on me because, him, growing up in China. And my parents had this, like, insignia on their door, a Chinese character. And I always asked my parents what it meant, and they said that's the symbol for marriage in Chinese. And the symbol for marriage in Chinese translates to double happiness. So when they say marriage, they're saying double happiness in Chinese.
That's cool.
They're saying that you'll be doubly happy when you're married.
I would agree with that.
That's what Chinese people believe.
Smart.
Yeah, they are smart.
Ow, I got counted.
So their literal symbol for marriage means happiness. Silver Sonic says,
I will fight on.
No, Deader. It was not Master Chief. It was a different character, and it was a girl inside of the armor.
Oh.
Basically, just use Master Chief's armor. Unfortunately, that was canceled.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow, that's really cool. That was wrong and sad, sister.
I mean, that's true.
With this girl I've been seeing, I asked her to be my girlfriend yesterday. She said yes.
Congratulations, Ian. Yep, just, pace yourself with it and, have fun. Don't do anything I wouldn't.
K-Wing's Dead or Alive fighting series of multi-platform games. So Dead or Alive 5 on September 25th, 2012. So like
Oh, so wait.
multi-platform in 2012 with Dead or Alive 5.
Okay, so
Which launched simultaneously on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360.
so I have Dead or Alive 4 and 3 then. I don't have the first. I don't have 1 or 2. I have Dead or Alive 3, 4, 5, and 6. And Dead or Alive Dimensions on 3DS.
We settle this.
Ow, ow. I already ate dinner, right? Yeah.
I mean, call it dinner.
I had like 4 things of bread with the steak, country fried steak, and mashed potatoes. So how many calories was that? Really?
Because look at the size is so small.
That's because the more you put it in the microwave, it shrinks. Oh.
I will. Fight.
So guys, we hit 1,000 views, but we're gonna finish Time Attack, and then I'm gonna redirect you guys to the Supergirl stream.
You're gonna do Supergirl War.
Yep, may as well.
Who knows? Maybe if I watched the movie I would like it, but I probably wouldn't because I like happy endings, and from what I've seen, I watched some reviews and one of the complaints was that she never smiled like the entire time. And like, I don't think I would like that. I need some happiness and hope.
Well, you're used to a Supergirl that's happy, so you like the animated series Supergirl.
Yeah, it would really, if she doesn't smile the entire time, I'm telling you that is gonna be maybe I'll see
I mean, in a couple months, they'll have all the Superman scenes of his cameo in the movie you can just watch on YouTube. And if there's any end scene, that'll get leaked, and then already you know what to expect from the Superman Man of Tomorrow movie next year.
Oh, what's Man of Tomorrow?
Superman versus Lex, but Lex is going to have his power suit, and Brainiac is in the movie. Yeah.
I'd be interested to see Brainiac.
Yep. And Supergirl's going to be in it too.
I just think that Henry Cavill is too wholesome for Hollywood. You know, like he has moral standards, and I think most people in Hollywood don't.
You've never,
He just doesn't mesh
you don't understand why Henry's the way he is. Henry's a gamer. So the reason why Henry is very humble and he's like, really loves fan-oriented, content and doing it for the fans as well as doing justice to the source material is because he's a fan himself. The reason he did The Witcher is because he was a huge fan of the books and the games. To the point when he was on interviews talking about his upcoming role, he would talk about the Witcher games all the time. Like, he was a super fan who, was lucky enough to be able to play one of his favorite characters. Same thing with Superman. Unlike Batman, Henry didn't grow up reading Batman comics. He read Superman. So him playing Superman was a dream come true for him because as a kid he was a huge Superman fan. And you could just see like this light in his eyes when he talks about Superman. Like he loved it. Whereas David Cornsweet, he's just an actor. He may have come across Superman in passing, but he doesn't have that like...
It's like he doesn't care about it as much.
No, he doesn't have that spark in his eyes about it because it's just a role for him. But the guy who played He-Man, the new guy, I forget his name. But when he was doing interviews, not only did he know his stuff, like Tom Holland is a fan of Spider-Man. He grew up with Tobey Maguire and Spider-Man the Animated Series and all that other stuff. Like, he's a super fan, right? And Tom got to play his dream role, which was Spider-Man. The guy who played He-Man grew up with the 2002 series, And he knew his stuff. He knew that Superman and He-Man fought a couple times in the comics, and that, you know, Superman has a weakness to magic, and He-Man is living magic.
Oh, the guy who's playing He-Man, he's actually like...
He's actually a fan of He-Man, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And you can tell when somebody's lying and they're talking about fandom related stuff, they make mistakes and they, you know, kind of drone off. He can go like completely like not off script, but like he knows. And as a fan, somebody who's been watching He-Man for like 40 years, I can pick out a faker and like the mitts like really easy. Like when Kevin Smith was talking and stuff when he was promoting He-Man, I knew there was something off. Because like, and then he admitted like in past interviews, yeah, I didn't really like He-Man. I was more of a G.I. Joe and Transformer guy. And it was like, I knew it, you know? Because the things that he was saying about the show didn't make any sense. Like, most He-Man fans knew that the show was not just a PSA at the end of the episode. Every episode was orchestrated around a moral lesson.
Right, the whole point of the episode was to teach something.
Exactly, and he didn't know that basic fact. And there were a bunch of other things. He got, like, Teela's relationship with He-Man wrong. He was so excited to be able to make Teela turn into the sorceress when he's like, never happened, but it did happen.
I remember there was an episode of He-Man where, I don't remember the whole thing, but I remember there was this little kid, and something went wrong where his mom told him to do or something. And then all this bad stuff started to happen. He got stuck in the river or something. All this horrible stuff kept happening, but he didn't actually tell an adult the truth. He didn't actually tell his mom the truth and say like, oh, I'm in trouble, I need help. Like, he was too embarrassed and he was lying or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end of the episode, they said like, even if you need help, like, or even if you lied to your parents, you should go back and tell them the truth. Because your parents care about you, and you know it's important that you tell them the truth, even if it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, wow, that was like a really interesting lesson. Like, I wish people would have given me life lessons like that when I was a kid. Like that would have really helped me out, like navigating life a little bit. Because like that's hard lessons to learn. Like you don't want to tell your parents something because it's difficult, but you should because they actually care about you and they'll help you.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hard thing. I didn't mean to randomly talk about that.
No, it's
I don't
fine.
remember what episode that was,
But yeah, like when this this younger actor talked about He-Man on the press tour, like people would look at him like he's a nerd, but he knew what he was talking about. Henry Cavill was the same way. You know, when he would do interviews, he would talk about Superman comics, Superman the animated series, you know, saying how he was kind of upset that there wasn't any good Superman games, you know, like Arkham and things like that. And Ben would kind of be like, well, you know, Arkham is amazing because Ben was a fan of Arkham. They'd have something to talk about. Both men, you could tell, actually had a passion for the role at some point. And now Henry's very excited about his upcoming, like, Warhammer thing.
They were both DC fans in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Affleck and Henry.
Yeah, Ben Affleck always wanted to play Batman. It was one of his dream roles that got ruined for him.
They were great, like, to play against each other. I honestly, there's another universe where we had 10 movies with Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill.
No, he would have been Batman into his 60s. You wouldn't have gotten 10 movies.
That would have been great.
No.
I would have been there for it.
Would have
I would have been ready to watch that.
Yep.
Yep. He wouldn't have looked 60 when he was 60. He probably would have looked 40.
Yeah, Millie is basically like, not offense to the actress, but like she is a Brie Larson in the sense that Brie Larson never grew up with female superheroes. She was on a talk show where, you know, they were bringing up the idea of her like playing a superhero role in Marvel, and she was like, I never heard of this character. And then when she was cast as Ms. Marvel or Captain Marvel or whatever, now she was an expert making up all these stories about how she put on a cape and ran around. And this is why I hate actors, is because actors for the most part are fake. There are some genuine ones, but a majority of them are fakers. Just like I hate fake gamers, I hate fake anime fans. This is why we call them tourists now, which I think is a perfect name, because you can tell when someone is disingenuous. you know? And it sucks because it's like, oh, I was really excited that this person was going to play so-and-so, but they're lying and saying that they were, you know, into this when they were a kid. The only thing that Brie Larson is honest about is she is a gamer. The things that she talks about, I can't unstamp her gamer card because she is a legit gamer. She's been gaming since the Super Nintendo. She knows her stuff. And, you know, she's not easily stumped because only somebody who literally grew up playing that their entire life would be able to prevent, like, you know, your card from being taken because, you know, you lived it. There's an experience that comes from growing up playing games for like 20 or 30 or 40 years or whatever. It's not something somebody can take away from you because you literally lived it. I see people all the time, they say I'm a tourist and stuff like that, but I have more gaming knowledge than they do. I know more about their favorite things than they do because I've lived it. I never said that I was great at video games. I love it. I have a passion for it. Sometimes I'm decent at it, but I can, you know, easily talk with tons of people about it and get people to buy stuff because I have a passion for it. I have an understanding for it. I know what makes it work, you know? But I'm not great at every single game. I did pretty good tonight, you know, playing like on super hard difficulty, but, you know, I'm not like, yeah, my haters call me a tourist. I'm serious. They do. I make one mistake in something, like, and they call me a tourist.
Like I was able to sit down and play violin with your dad, and we were able to play folk music. I'm not the best folk player in the world, but I know what I'm doing. I've played it for a long time. I know the songs, so it shows I'm in that group. I've done folk music for years. That's the same with you with gaming. It's like you know what games are. You've been in that crowd for a long time. You've played a lot of games. It's the same thing. It doesn't mean that you're an expert. It just means that you've done it for a long time.
No, I only claim to be an expert in the Arkham field or like some Lego games and some old games from like, you know, the 90s and stuff that nobody plays anymore.
It doesn't mean you have to be the best at it. You just have to enjoy it and, you know, keep at it and enjoy playing the game.
Yep. So somehow, guys, the stream got 1,000 views. So we're gonna do another Dead or Alive. I heard somebody they want to see Ryu, and somebody said they want to see the other girl character who is
Other ninja?
No, the other new character. This girl. Kula from King of Fighters. So we did Kasumi. We might do her. We'll see. But yep, next up is Supergirl. Just don't talk about movie spoilers, guys. You can talk about the controversy. You can talk about all the crazy things going on about the movie and how poorly it's doing, or, you know, things like that. But just, I ask that you please do not do movie spoilers. No movie spoilers. Okay? Okay, guys. So what's going to happen is this stream's going to end, and you're going to be redirected to a stream that'll have no picture and anything. That will be the Fortnite stream. Okay? Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you guys on the Fortnite stream, which will be your late night stream. Okay? Okay, cool. Bye-bye.